Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Having some iced tea with you guys here tonight. Just got done working. And there is a lot of talk about the event that's happening next week. You don't dare say too much about it because these platforms will beat that information down. And thought I would do a little bit of a video talking a little bit about some of my experiences and why I really don't have any faith in any type of leadership, if it can be called leadership anymore. I don't know who's going to win next week, but I do know who's going to lose. And you know who's going to lose? Right here. The American people, plain and simple. And why do you have such a cynical view, Modern Refugee? Well, I'm going to tell you. When my wife and we were first married, and the late 1990s, I had a pretty decent job, and I would sit down once a month at the beginning of the month, and I would take one of my paychecks and I would write out all the bills for the entire month out of my one paycheck. And the other three paychecks that I got a month could go toward, paying off extra on our house or whatever. And my wife's the same way. She could buy stuff for the kids, do what she needed to do with her paycheck. Now it literally takes everything me and my wife make to survive. Doesn't matter whether it's medical insurance we're paying into, it's car insurance we're paying into, it's the price of everything going up, it's the cost of our utilities. We're in this constant and perpetual state of just getting by. And I believe that that's where they want to keep us. They want to keep us right where we're at. I have seen presidents in the executive branch from both parties. I've seen the same thing in Congress. Both parties have had, their shot over the years. And it just never seems to get any better. Everything gets worse. And now we have all these other potential events that look like they could cause serious damage, problems. Whether it's war, supply line disruptions, we have, ever since World War II, we've had pretty much the ability to destroy ourselves, but we have more input into those equations for us to destroy ourselves now than we ever have. There is just an entire book basically of ways that our society, our entire civilization can basically collapse. And the way I grew up, I've always been sort of self-sufficient and try to take care of myself and my own. And it's getting more and more difficult to do that just because of the cost of everything and whatnot. I mean, we used to have medical insurance through our jobs that was pretty good. And our medical insurance now doesn't really pay for anything, doesn't provide any benefits, yet it costs more than it ever has. Same thing with car insurance. Same thing with the damage on my roof that just happened because of that storm. That your deductible's too high. You can't, there's always some reason. And then, I hear, I've talked to a lot of people this year that had problems with their house insurance, things like they just won't insure them no more. Oh, you live here, you live there, this happens in your area, we can't insure you anymore. Or if they did have insurance and something happens, there's always a way where they try to get out from underneath it. Medical insurance is the same way. Oh, you had one of those tests 3 years ago, you don't need that test again, and then they won't pay for it. Of course, you never know that stuff usually until it actually takes place. It's sort of an after the fact thing. You got to get all your information up front, otherwise you're going to get saddled with a bill. Somebody I know just went in for a dental cleaning, and they were 4 days early, and they got stuck paying for the entire cleaning because they were 4 days early. There was kind of a mix up in the scheduling, didn't add the days together right. That person got that pretty significant bill hung around their neck because, the insurance wouldn't pay for it. And, we're in constant, endless wars all over the planet. The supply chain is in complete shambles. Everything we get is from people who hate us, whether it's fuel and energy, or it's consumer goods, or it's medicine. Who profited off of all of this? There's how do you want to put it? If a poor man steals from you, it's violence. If a rich man steals from you, it's business. Yeah, I'm in that cynical camp, and it's just because I want to have faith that things are going good and that everything is heading in the right direction, but I see no evidence of that in my adult life. I don't see where anything has improved, and I get that a lot. You're pessimistic. I don't know if you could be an optimistic prepper. I'm not quite sure you could actually be that. Prepping in general is a pessimistic endeavor to a certain extent. And I don't know what to say. I'm to the point now where if there's another war, I'm not going to get, hauled into service. I'm too old, but my children's friends, they're going to have to pay the price, bear the brunt of it, just like we're paying the price, of generations past. And Social Security, who knows if that's even going to be there when I get old enough. I'm basically betting that it's not going to be. I'm trying to make arrangements the best I can with limited resources to try to take care of myself in my elder years if I survive that long, because medical insurance is not going to really pay for the medical stuff that you really need. They're going to try to find a way out of it. And the more and more that goes on, the more it's going to keep going in that direction. Everything that we do is tracked and monitored, and it's always for, they'll give some excuse, but they want to control every aspect of everything that the average person does. They don't want you to have any privacy. They don't want you to have any type of financial security. They got to keep you on that rat race wheel to keep you so you don't have any time to do anything else than other just survive. That's where they want to keep you. And I wish I had an answer to it. I wish I had a remedy for all you guys out there, and I just don't. You just get up every day and you try to do the best you can, and you try to help out your fellow man. That's the whole point of my channel here, is to help you guys out and try to take my life experiences, a lot of them which were negative, and turn that into something positive by spreading my experiences so you guys don't have to learn the hard lessons that I learned through experience. That's basically how I look at things, and I have never been one to withhold any type of information or anything that I knew to, if it's going to help somebody else out. There was one lady I worked with. I might even have told this story in the past on my channel, but there was one lady that I worked with. Her husband's health deteriorated really, really quickly, and because I had already been through that with my other relations, my parents and everything else, I told her what she needed to do to protect her assets, what I did, told her to get, seek out legal counsel and stuff. And after he had passed away about a year later, I seen her, and she came up to me and she gave me a big old hug, and she said, "My son said to come and thank you." And I said, "For what?" And she said, "Because you saved us literally thousands and thousands of dollars, because you shared your experience with us, and we actually got a few things done before my husband passed away that sheltered and protected our assets." And I'm very happy for her that my knowledge helped her out. The way the system is set up, she shouldn't have even had to go through that anyway. Those things that they do to us every day, that shouldn't even be in existence. She shouldn't have had to even go through that, take that bad experience and then make it worse. I was there to shield her, but there's tens of thousands that don't get shielded like that, and you do what you can to try to pull the next person up and protect them to a certain extent. But, it's not going to change. I don't care how this event next week turns out. It's not going to change. We are going to lose like we always have. When the old saying goes, when elephants fight, the only thing that loses is the grass. And unfortunately, the average person, the average American, we're the grass. Anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. I hope you guys always get something from my videos. I don't know whether this is a rant or just sharing my mind here tonight, but I wanted to make this video and just tell some of these stories. But anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. I wish you all happiness and safety, and you guys take care.